Hey guys, so today is Friday, which means that you have me, Jess, here on Beyond the Borderline. So this week our question is, how do you cope with society's view on mental health problems, and how does that hinder you from getting the support you need? Is there any way to overcome worrying about everybody else's views? Well, I have been judged by society for a pretty long time, not just because of me and my mental illnesses, but also because I had a child at 17. So I became pretty used to everyday judging by the outside world. Um, but I had a massive breakdown just after my 18th birthday, so that was 2 years ago, well, a year and a half ago now. And I was unable to look after my son, really communicate with people, really do anything. And nobody really understood what was going on, and neither did I. And so my parents thought that I was attention seeking and didn't want to take on my responsibilities as a mother and all that kind of stuff. But then, after a suicide attempt, I ended up in the mental health system here in Australia, and ended up getting diagnosed with borderline, which definitely clicked in my head, and I was just like, oh, okay. Because like before that, I'd been told that I had depression, and because it's like so general, I didn't really feel like I was getting the right support. But because I'm not a mental health professional, I just assumed that they knew what they were talking about. And then when I was diagnosed by the psychiatrist that I was given, I did like a shitload of research to try and figure out what I could do. And my parents didn't really understand about it. And my psychologist ended up talking to my mum. Because I was seeing my psychiatrist for about a year, and I have a new one now. But the one that I had when I was originally diagnosed, she really helped me. And when my mum didn't understand things, she would try and communicate them to her for her to understand them, because some of the stuff that I was telling my mum that my psychologist had said didn't really make sense in my mum's head. And so yeah, then my family started to understand that I wasn't attention seeking. This was what parts of my personality were actually part of my disorder, and what and tried to help me figure out what I could do to better my mental health, as well as my relationship with my family. And the thing is that I copped a lot of shit from a lot of people. Some people on my mum's side of the family I don't talk to anymore, because my older cousin, she completely judged me and told me how bad I was being as a parent and as a daughter and as a family member, and really, really put me down and didn't really help me at the time. And so, yeah, I had a lot of judgments from family, especially because of the fact of how it was going, like how my mental health was affecting me as a mother. So yeah, I still don't talk to my cousin. And so yeah, I do still get judged. But you know what? It's an ongoing process. Like, the thing we have to understand is that not just as people with borderline personality disorder, but as a whole, to do with being in the community of mental health, is that not everybody is always going to understand. Nobody, like, not everybody is going to try to understand, and there's always going to be judgments. Not just about mental health, but about our everyday lives, about anything that happens to us. We're always going to be judged. And it's really up to us the way that we deal with that and how it affects us. I used to hate myself and think that I was a disgusting parent and a bad friend, a bad daughter, a bad human being, really. But the more you delve into your disorder and deal with the way that other people's judgments affects you, it helps. It just helps you. Like, I don't worry about what people think anymore, especially because of the fact that I just came out as gay as well. And so there's that judgment as well, because, like, how can you have a child and have a girlfriend? That just doesn't make any sense. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I was asking for your opinion. Like, I either let it get to me, or I use it to my advantage to show that shit can happen in your life and you can still be a good person and come out the other side a lot better than you begin with. So that's the way I feel about it anyway. But yeah, thing is, you're gonna get judgments. You're always gonna get judgments. My mum gets judged about the way that I turned out, even though most of it has nothing to do with her. My friends get judged every day. My girlfriend gets judged. My son probably gets judged. I don't know. The thing is that it just depends on how we use it to better ourselves as human beings, really. So yeah, that's what I have to say about it. And I hope that it made sense. I seem to ramble a lot. But anyway, I'll see you guys next week, and I hope you have a really good weekend. Bye.